Okay, so today we're going to start by looking for groups of things in the classroom. Where can you find groups of things? Remember we talked about yesterday groups of things. Is there somewhere in the classroom where you see a group of things that are all the same? Nina, where do you see a group of things? Where in our classroom? Somewhere where you see something that's all the same? Yeah, what? Right? We have a first right? These are all our different notebooks. Let's see, what else do we have groups of? Libby, what else do we have a group of? Can you show me? We have a group of cards on our calendar. Absolutely. Lily, what's another place we have groups of things? Our toys are groups of things. Absolutely. Walker, where's another place we have a group of something? Books. We have groups of books. Absolutely. Where else, Nathan? What are you pointing to? The iPads? Yeah, we have groups of iPads in there. Okay. Libby, where else do we have groups of things?
Us and our desk.
Your desk? Those are groups.
And the bottle. In the car.
Yeah. So there's lots of groups of things in our classroom, aren't there?
In a water bottle.
Yeah.
And a kettle. And groups of tails.
Okay. So yesterday we had this little story. 3 little ducks went out one day over the hill and far away. Mother duck said quack, quack, quack. Then the 3 little ducks came back. Today we're going to do something a little different with this story. Yesterday we talked about the story. Today I want to see if I can have 3 friends who would like to act out the story for me. Grayson, Nathan, and Walker, do you want to do the first round? Come on up. Come on up. Come on up. Thanks, Walker. Grayson, are you going to come up? Come on up. Nathan, come on up. Okay, so I have my 3 little ducks. Are you ready to duck? Quack, 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 right? So I have my 3 little ducks, and they went out one day over the hill and far away. So go over the hills and far away. Go over that way. See if you can find a hill and go far, far away.
Go under the table.
Don't go under the table. That's not a safe place. That's a good way to get kicked accidentally. Okay? Mother duck says, quack, quack, quack. And what do the ducks do? They come back.
No, only 2.
Well, in this story, all 3 of them come back. Usually in the song, you're right. Only 2 will come back. You are absolutely right. So what happened in this story? How many ducks did we start with in the beginning of the story?
3.
We started with 3 ducks. What happened to the ducks? What did they do? Jacob,
They ran off.
what did the ducks do?
They ran off. And
They went over the hills and far away. And then what did Mother Duck do? She said,
quack,
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 quack, quack. And what happened to the ducks?
They came back.
They came back. Thanks, gentlemen. We're super great ducks. Ladies, would you like to be ducks now? That's how I knew that. Okay, ready? 3 little ducks went out one day over the hill and far away. Mother duck said, quack, quack, quack. And the 3 little ducks came back. How many ducks did we start with? 3. What happened to the ducks?
They came all back.
They all came back, but first they went
Over the hills and far away.
and what happened? Mother duck went
Quack, quack, quack.
and what happened?
They came back.
The ducks came back. Good job, you guys.
Story. So only 2 called Nelly.
Okay, yesterday we did this activity where you saw a picture. So first we're going to look at the picture. Then we're going to talk about what you see. Okay? So, you're going to remember, how many do I see and how do I see them? Okay, I'm going to give you 30 seconds of quiet think time. How many do you see and how do you see them? Go ahead and give yourself 30 seconds of quiet think time. How many do you see and how do you see them? Oh, remember, 30 seconds of quiet think time. And when I'm ready, I'll let you know, okay? So, how many do you see and how do you see them? How many do you see? Grayson, how many do you see? 3. How do you know it's 3? Well, how do you see them? Did you see a pattern? Did you notice something about them? Did you count them? How did you know that there were 3 there?
Because you're black and you can see them.
You can see them pretty clearly up there, can't you? How else might you have been able to tell me there were 3, Nathan? How did you know how many there were? How many are there? You counted them. How many are there? There are 3. Good job. It's amazing. Different way. That's okay. You can say that too. That's absolutely fine. Olivia, how did you see them? How many are there?
3. I didn't even count them.
You didn't count them. You just knew. Sometimes you look at something and you just know how many there are.
I have one more question.
Yes,
They were just there, that's why I could.
they were just there and that's you just knew. Great. How about you, Walker?
I counted them.
You counted them. Tina, how did you see them?
I didn't count them, I saw that.
You just saw them and knew there were 3? Great. Lily, how did you do it? How did you know how many were there?
I counted them.
Great. There's nothing wrong with saying the same thing someone else says. And again, I'm going to explain again, there are 10 of you. You're not always going to get called on. And you're going to have to be okay with that, guys. Okay? Okay. Well, I'm going to show you when I look at them, I see them like this. I see 2 there, and I saw 1 there. So to me, I saw 2 and 1, and 2 and 1 more. If I count my fingers, 1, 2, 3, I see 3.
I got one.
What?
It looks like a face.
It does look like a face there, doesn't it? Yes, ma'am.
It looks like a dog.
It did look like a doggy once I put those pieces on, didn't it? Once I made those circles. Nathan, have a seat, my friend. Okay. Here's another 30 seconds of quiet think time. How many do you see and how do you see them? Go ahead and have 30 seconds of quiet think time. Not yet. How many? How many do you see and how do you see them? You guys are doing an awesome job at quiet think time, by the way. That's a tough one. Hey, how many do you see and how do you see them? Lily, how many do you see?
4.
How'd you know?
Because I just counted them.
Excellent. That's an awesome way to notice. Walker, how many do you see?
I didn't count.
How did you know how many were there? 4. You just knew? Great. Awesome. Ethan, how many do you see? How did you see them? just knew how many were there. Great. Nina, how many did you see?
Four.
How did you know?
Because I saw and all black. Hey,
How many were there?
Now,
Hear what your friend said?
I think it reminds me of something that looks like that. Does anybody know what that might
a
be?
square.
What might that be, Grayson?
A square.
It could be a square, but what are those things in your basket that we have that we talked about yesterday that have a little dart?
Five points.
The dice, right? The dice pattern looks like that if you look at the number 4 on the dice. Another way you could have seen this is you might have noticed there are how many on the top
Two.
and how many on the bottom?
Two.
Two.
That looks like a snowman.
It does look like a snowman now with lots and lots. It does. It looks like a snowman, 2 heads of a snowman with 2 eyes each. Good job. You guys are really good at those.
Could we go out on the playground?
It's not quite time. I know it's hard, but mass breaks happen later. We will get there, but we gotta.
It's almost all done. I hear people outside.
Okay, I want you to show me using your fingers to show me how many grown-ups are in the classroom right now. How many grown-ups? Show me with your fingers how many grown-ups are in the classroom. Is there 1? Is there 5? Is there 7? Show me with your fingers. Show me with your fingers. Oh, I see 1 set of fingers. I see 2 sets of fingers. I see 3 sets of fingers.
How many grown-ups?
4,
How many
5,
fingers?
6.
Hold them right up, loud and proud. Right
Yep.
up there.
Jacob, you need to sit up. You remember what happened yesterday when you refused to do your work? Okay. So remember, we talked about you didn't enjoy that yesterday. So make a better choice today, please. How many?
Three.
3. 1, 2, 3. You could show 3 this way.
I have this.
Is this 3?
Yeah.
Thanks. Let's go wash our hands.
Is, let's see, is this 3?
No.
No? 1, 2,
Yeah.
Lena, this
3. Yeah, so there's lots of different ways to show the number 3.
This is one. This is one.
Okay.
Melina.
This activity is a little different. Okay? For this activity, what you're going to do is I'm going to show you a picture that looks like this. You're going to find somewhere in the classroom where there is the same number of things that's here. So how many things are you looking for that are the same? 3. So find a place where you can find 3 things that are the same in our classroom. Go ahead and you can get up and walk around and see if you can find a spot where there's 3 things the same.
This thing's the same. These 2 things, these 3 things are the same. No, they're not.
Oh, guess what? It's choice time. So, do you remember what your choices are? Who can remind me? What are your choices?
Box, block, or building, or building.
Yeah. So I'm going to put your activities out on the floor. Thank you. And you choose one of the activities. Remember? Try and do more than one activity during the time.
I want this one. Hey, I wanted it. I got food.
Guys, you can share it.
Yeah, Daddy, let's look at it together.
That would be an excellent plan.
I have it.
Steel blocks. Steel blocks, pattern blocks, connecting
I
cubes. Yes, sir. What's up?
Oh, you can have it.
Which one are you going to use?
I got mushy. Oh, I got mushy. Oh, you just want to